Hey, Adam. Hey, congratulations on this new series on Prime Video, Night Sky.
Thank you so much. Thank you. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I have to remark, you clean up very well.
Oh, well, there was a lot of hair on my face, and hoping to have to grow it back soon here. We'll see. But yeah, it's nice to have a face again. Yeah.
Was that a requirement for the program itself, or just
I had already
coincidental?
grown a pandemic beard. I had started, like late, 2019, early 2020. I just kind of let it go anyway while we were all at home sitting around. So I'd already had a nice long full beard, and it was just sort of kind of kismet that Byron came along for me and needed a full beard. So it all ended up working out really well. But yeah, I shaved it recently, and it's like there's so many people in my life that are just like, "Who are you? Where have you been? Hiding under all that hair?" Yeah.
Most excellent. Well, Adam, this series is terrific. I it's I never watched a more interesting series that just simply captivates a person watching it. But what initially drew you to a project like Night Sky?
Oh, just like what you say, I never read anything like it. Never, I don't think there's anything like it at all that I've seen. It's so original, so unique, and mostly just I think there's sort of this magic about it, that I think I certainly needed, and I think we all need some magic, some mystery, some sort of taking us into our suspension of disbelief and taking us away from all of the realities that are around us, and certainly at the time when I read the script, I just wanted to go into that world and wanted to keep going in it. So just so blessed that I've had been able to. Yeah.
So, what do you like about playing Byron? Because he was a character that's hard to pinpoint because it's one of those type of characters where you're not sure whether you're going to like him or not like him in his own way.
It's so funny, there was another actor on the show that when I met him, he came in and he was just like, he said to me, he was like, he just goes, "Man, what's it like playing such a jerk?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?" I was completely confounded that he thought that, and I, mostly because, when I work on my characters, I of course approach them with amazing amounts of empathy. And if there's anything about the character that is a slight default, it's always, you always have to go deeper and say, well, where's that coming from? And what pain is that coming from? And so you have to empathize and love your characters. And of course, I love Byron, and he's not without his faults, of course. But yeah, it was interesting watching the series because you see just sort of objectively how he fits in ways and how he's being perceived, and it's sort of very different from the way I crafted the role. Obviously, I crafted it from Byron's perspective of his life and his history and the things that has come, But I love the guy. I think he's a guy that's always been on the outside, always been an outsider, always maybe made fun of when he was younger, and never really made his parents proud, or his wife or himself, really. And just somebody that's trying desperately to be acknowledged for being somewhat of a success, for doing something with his life that people and him, that he can be proud of. And he's not there, and he's working overdrive, and sometimes he's trying to use the wrong things to get there and getting in his own way. And I just feel like that's most of us in some way. It's a lot of us. It's, I think, when I showed up on set, Sissy and a lot of the other characters, a lot of the other actors were like, "Byron's my favorite character," and I was like, "Mine too, believe it or not," because I think he's just sort of every man and every woman in that way, that everyone's got a little bit of them that feels like they want to be, on the inside. They want to be accepted, and they want to be, they want to be seen as somebody who's done something, and it's a pretty easy journey to latch onto.
I see Byron as a person who has too much time on his hands. No, someone who goes around snooping in his neighbor's yard or running for political office. I mean, that.
Hey, listen, we all have to find our thing, even if it takes us well into our 30s to find it. And I think Byron's taken his sweet time to find it, for sure. And but yeah, I mean, there's a little bit more time, I think, than most people. You know, Byron's just off of getting a big settlement from, you know, his the last town that he had to sort of move away from because of what in the wake of what he left there. So he's got a little money to support him to try to find his next boondoggle, as his wife likes to put it. But yeah, you're not wrong.
Well, most of your scenes is with JK Simmons on this series. Could you talk about working alongside with him?
Such a joy. I mean, he's so great. Such a great person. He's got incredible stories, you know, that he's had over the years. And we really get along. We're both from the theater. We both started in the theater. Both have done a lot of musical theater. And you know, he loves sports like I do, so we really got along pretty much right away, and just had a blast playing together. And you know, it's so rare that you get a chance to work with someone as incredible, as gifted, kind, and brilliant in so many ways, and he really is. I mean, you know, I've had a huge appreciation for him for a long time, you know, not even before Whiplash, you know, and his work, and you know, that's the thing about this business and with actors, you know, you watch, you know, it's not it's an accumulative kind of thing, you know, you tell so many stories and you do it for so long and you do it so well for so long, you just get a little bit better each time. You get a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more confident, a little bit better, and that's what you're seeing with this guy. That's why he got his second Oscar nomination. That's why, you know, that's why he's so good, is because he just has such an unbelievable sort of dossier of experience. And I mean, that's the dream, right? You know, you want to play with those guys, you want to play with those actors, you want to work with those people. So, you know, I loved every minute of it, and you know, it's a joy.
Well, that's why you take on a role that that Byron changes throughout the entire season. I mean, that's a gifted role for, unlike a lot of people have the chance to play.
Oh, for sure, yeah. And you know, the characters that Franklin and Byron, they have this beautiful dance, you know, and this sort of evolution that happens throughout, where, you know, they maybe start caring about each other a little bit, and it doesn't start that way. And you know, you don't get written those kind of arcs very often, and it's so fun to be able to play that, you know, slowly and take our time. And yeah, it was a joy.
Most excellent. Well, one major last question I actually have for you, Adam, is I'm going to not try to spoil it, but I am very curious. Is that costume that you get to wear, was that uncomfortable and bulky?
The helmet, you know, was a little uncomfortable, even though they did an incredible job. Like the first helmet I tried on was probably like 20 pounds, and then they sort of found a way to make it with a lot lighter material to make it, you know, less or so. But yeah, it was okay, actually. They did an incredible job. I mean, you know, that was, our crew is unbelievable. Costumes, props, all along the line, just top high-end talent, you know, making it so easy and simple for us to just do our work, you know, just such care, you know, at every level. So yeah, it wasn't that bad. It was so fun, you know. I mean, when do you get to put on a spacesuit, you know?
Most excellent. Well, Adam, hey, appreciate this conversation with you for Prime Video's Night Sky, which we would immediately check out really soon, and everyone's going to love it, because everyone's going to be wondering like what's going to be next up for Byron, and crossing my fingers season 2.
Yeah. Thank you so much. It was really good chatting with you. Thank you. Good questions.
Hey, thank you. Appreciate it. Excellent.